Yeah, sure. No! No!
3, 2, 1, go!
Fat Goku trying to commentate PM. I don't think so. No. 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 Okay, you know what? Actually, it's totally Carter's decision because it's his stream right now. No. You know, dude. Are you good to commentate? That's right, you did. All right, yeah, sit down. All right, but right now we got Gage versus Iceman. I was telling you guys about Gage and Iceman, and Gage definitely being the best Rob in the Northwest without a doubt. He's, I think Gage might actually be just the second best Rob overall in PM. Don't know that for a fact, but he's definitely up there, at least in the top 3 Robs.
Yeah, Rob is. He's definitely good at Rob.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I am joined by
Valios.
All right, so yeah, me and Valios on the mic for you guys.
So here we see CACAW Iceman actually playing Wolf, which is a stray from his usual pick of Lucas. And this could be for any number of reasons. Evan is very combo-oriented, so Wolf definitely fits that playstyle. And since Lucas was nerfed for like quite a few patches, it makes sense that he switched characters.
Mm-hmm. And it does, do you know what the matchup is like between Rob and the Fox Falco species? Because I know Fox doesn't really, or Wolf doesn't really act like those two species as far as his weight goes, and as far as comboing him goes. So how does this differ from Rob versus Fox or Falco?
I'm not exactly sure. I know that he's slightly heavier, and his shine sends them diagonally instead of up or sideways like Falco's or Fox's would. And other than that, it just seems like he's just trying to get as many hits in as he can. Nair seems to be really effective. He yellow cancels that into shine really often, and then yeah, just goes from there.
Yeah, Wolf does have a very unique combo style. It's like a mix between Falco's pillaring and Falco's just raw combo, Fox's raw combos. It's a very interesting, very effective type of combo system.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique playstyle, really only seen in PM. And then he has side B, which is his side special, which is that, which actually, if it kills or hits an enemy, he can actually just jump again. And so it's used for a finisher, but also as recovery.
All right, so just now something happened that we didn't really expect. Gage lost game 1, and people kind of like put Gage on a pedestal around here because he is so good.
Yeah, he's definitely the best player in Oregon in terms of PM, I think.
Yeah, in terms of PM for sure. But yeah, Iceman taking game 1. Ooh, this stage.
Like right now?
No, talk to forward. All right, so right now, Iceman really trying to get him off the stage right now, but it gets reversed, and Gage has got a chance to close this out. All right, he does close it out, and he's 1 stock up.
Yeah, this definitely seems better for Gage. The smaller stage space allows him to move around slightly less, but it seemed like Evan was just controlling the stage a lot last game, and so with a smaller stage, it's a lot harder to maintain stage control with Rob just everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's a fair reason to counterpick this stage, because Rob does kind of have large hitboxes, so it's easier for him to jump around. I think that's the reason.
Yeah.
That at least for his character and his style, that's the reason that this is a good pick.
Yeah, another aspect I think is the straight walls going up to the ledge, because then it's very predictable where he's going to go.
Yeah, that's right. Wolf's up B can pretty much just go straight up, unless he gets one of those crispy angles that we love so much here in Oregon.
But yeah, in regards to what differs between other species and Wolf, I think that he doesn't actually have the chain grab that he does on Fox and Falco with the down throw, because he is heavier. And so we see Gage relying a lot on like forward air to carry him across the stage.
Right now, Gage is being very effective at just getting in there with those forward airs into down tilts and just pushing him right off the stage like that.
Wow, that was nice. Really good down air.
I mean, he's getting in there like every single time with these forward airs to down tilts.
Yeah, this is a complete reversal from what we saw last game, and I think Gage just really needed to pick up on the tempo that Iceman was putting down, and now that he has, he can kind of play his own game.
Totally agree. Right now he's in a bit of a tough spot, or he was coming down right there. And that's going to be that for the game.
So we see a commanding 3 stock from Gage.
Yeah, and like you said, absolute turnaround from the first game. Iceman no longer in control in that game, and we're going to see what changes with the counter pick, because Iceman's definitely not going to want to go back to a small stage.
So Gage bans out Wario Land and Fountain of Dreams, presumably because of the walls being very close to the stage, and so Wolf can get some very quick kills with forward smash and also down smash.
And he's hovering over Pokemon Stadium right now, which I think is a pretty good pick. It's a bigger stage. He has more room to run around and do his stuff. But it's kind of like a compromise between the really big stage and the really small stage, because he still doesn't want to give Gage that chance to get away from him.
Yeah.
And you gotta find out where to draw that line when you're counterpicking stages. Gage really putting it to him right now. That's a larger grab range than I thought it was.
Yeah, I think tech chasing is especially important for Wolf just because of how many hits he has to get on an enemy to be able to kill them. And so with the platforms, it allows him to tech chase rather easily because Gage can only roll one of 2 ways, or tech in place. And so there we saw an interesting interaction where Gage actually came out on top and killed Iceman under the stage. And we might see it happen again.
Yeah, that was interesting. It is hard to gimp Rob out there, because he was just trying to say, okay, I'm dead anyway, and I want to take you with me.
And makes it back. Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, like we just saw, he's got that fuel, he's got those 2 up Bs, and then the air dash.
Yeah.
And that just makes it very, very hard to gimp Rob. Right, really trying to pick up that kill off the top, and he's not quite going to get it.
Excellent
Good DI.
from Gage, yeah.
All right, Gage was banking on the fact that he might miss the sweet spot right there. And this is much more even than either of the first 2 games. We basically just saw a slaughter for the first 2 games from both players.
And now it's a much more balanced back and forth. But we do see a 2-stock lead from Gage coming out.
It was a suicide. And it was very hard to get that sweet spot. The angles in PM are actually quite a bit more difficult than the angles in Melee.
Yeah.
So if you're used to doing the space angles in Melee, then it's going to be different in PM, because from what I recall, the dead zone for the control stick is actually different. So the angle that you have to hold the control stick at is literally a different angle.
It is, actually. And there's also a dead zone in the C-stick as well.
I have Iceman picking up his first stock right there.
Something he desperately needed. And, carried off stage and not able to make it back.
It looks like he just kind of didn't have a plan for after he had taken a stock. He didn't really know.
And that's...
Wow. Boom. Oh
really
my
close
gosh.
to being it just rather quickly. We see Gage making excellent use of the forward tilt.
I mean, and what was a pretty even game for the first couple of stocks, at least neutral-wise.
Gage is now just running away with it.
Yeah, it's he's just right on him the entire time. He's applying the exact same strategy that he did on Green Hill Zone. He said it doesn't matter how big the stage is. Once I get close to you,
I'm not going to give you a moment to breathe.
Exactly.
So, and that's going to be the set.
And
Gage 2-1.
2-1 with Gage, but I would definitely say that was a commanding victory for Gage.
That first game looked really good from Iceman, but unfortunately Gage just kind of figured him out within the second.